Hola amigos, otra vez algo para ayudar a ustedes en sus estudios de inglés. Hoy yo quiero leer algo que ustedes pueden escuchar en inglés y pensar bien cómo yo utilizar mi voz para tener más expresión. Eso es, no para leer con una voz muy estático con un robot, ¿no? Hoy, para empezar, por supuesto, porque es en inglés, el tema es té. Tea. The Assam tea plant is of an agrotype or ecotype, which, if left to its own devices, would reach a straggly height of 30 to 60 feet. In cultivation, however, it is plucked and pruned into a convenient 3 feet high bush, which may be reached with ease by the picker. There is a correlation in the agrotypes between response to fertilizer, leaf type, morphology of the cell structure, and yield of raw tea per acre. Selection has therefore become intensely practical and discriminating. In Japan, where the highest yields are obtained, an average of more than 1.5 tons of finished product per acre has been achieved. In some gardens, 2 tons. In one recorded case, 3 tons. The wrong type of bush grown in the wrong way will not yield 1/100th of that quantity of tea. All this kind of husbandry took many years to develop. We do not, of course, know much of the tea husbandry of China before the 19th century, but after 1890, quality took second place to quantity. And for a long time, at least until after World War I, teas from India and Ceylon had a reputation for being second-rate. This reputation was perhaps undeserved, but it is also true that if China had not been destabilized and subsequently destroyed by Western penetration, then India and Ceylon would not have become tea producers. Despite all the political troubles which finally destroyed the empire, Chinese tea exports were higher than those of the whole of the rest of the world until 1890, and higher than any other single country as late as 1910. During this time, Indian tea planters were still trying to imitate the Chinese product. In the end, it was realized that manufacture begins in the field, and that however much effort is made to mechanize the curing of tea, it is the growing that remains a precondition of a successful, saleable product. If the correct ecotype is planted, pruned and fertilized, and the picking matches the season, the desired result will be much easier to obtain. Manufacture is carried out on the estate, and the post-picking process was an early candidate for mechanization. Picking itself is another matter. Okay, so that is actually only 2 paragraphs. But within those 2 paragraphs, we have, I would say, fairly close to most of the 40 plus phonetic sounds that we would normally find in English. So this is to show you that even with a fairly short reading, you get to practice most of the sounds of the language. And if you get a chance to repeat this kind of practice quite regularly, I think you'll find you should improve your confidence quite quickly. So try something like that. Buena suerte, and see you next time. Cheerio for now.